Yo, based on the iconic novel Journey to the West, Black Myth's Wukong is one of the most exciting action RPGs to be released in 2024. The reviews are starting to trickle in, and with the game seeming to average an 8 out of 10, definitely appears to be a must-play game for 2024. The game is set for a release date of the 20th of August 2024, and this game is going to be available on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC, but please note that as of the 20th of August release date, that is only for the PlayStation and PC. Xbox is apparently coming at a later date. There are a couple of different versions for you to consider, and today in this video we're going to be taking a closer look at them so that you can have a better idea of what is the best edition of Black Myth's Wukong for you to pick up. Before we dive into the editions, are there any pre-order bonuses? Well, those who decide to pre-order Black Myth's Wukong before the 20th of August will get the Trailblazer Scarlet Gourd. Now, it is worth noting that this bonus can be obtained through in-game progression, so it won't be unobtainable if you don't pre-order the game. So not necessarily any pressure to pre-order the game, but at the same time, if you do decide to pre-order it, this is the item that you will receive. Moving into the editions, and first up we've got the Black Myth Wukong Standard Edition. Now, with an RRP of $59.99 or £54.99, the Black Myth Wukong is the way to go if you just want to play the game and are not really interested in any of the extra in-game contents or physical goodies. It's worth noting that as of putting this video together, I haven't actually come across any physical release of Black Myth Wukong. The game seems to be digital only, but I could be mistaken, but that seems to be the current status of the game. Next on the list is the Black Myth Wukong Digital Deluxe Edition. Now, in my humble opinion, if you are really hyped about the release of this game and want a little bit more than just the base game, the Black Myth Wukong Digital Deluxe Edition may be the way to go for you. This currently has an RRP of $69.99 or £64.99, and as well as of the base game, you get a whole host of extra goodies that may help you on your epic journey. The bits that you will get access to is the Bronzecloud staff, the folk opera mask, the folk opera alms-giving armor, the folk opera leather bracer, and the folk opera buskin, not forgetting the wind chimes and selected digital soundtrack. For just a little bit of extra money, this is actually a lot of cool stuff that you are getting, so definitely worth a consideration if you want to go down this route. Next up, we have the Black Myth Wukong Deluxe Edition, and I guess you may be asking yourself, didn't he just say that there were no physical editions of Black Myth Wukong release? Well, this comes with a whole host of physical goodies, but you only do seem to get a game download code and not an actual physical copy of the game. It does come with a steelbook case though, so you may at least have something to put on display with the rest of your collection. This currently has an RRP of $169.99 and comes with the Bronzecloud staff, the folk opera mask, the folk opera arms-giving armor, the folk opera leather bracer, the folk opera buskin, the wind chimes, the selected digital soundtrack, and in terms of the physical collectibles, you get the steelbook case, the wind chime necklace, the gold sun crow pin, the thunderstone ring, not forgetting the constricting headband, the chaos at the pearls banquet silk scroll, some stamps, not forgetting some postcards in there, and finally the warranty certificate. Now, this is certainly a lot of cool physical collectibles, and if you are really digging this game or a huge fan of the classic Chinese story this is based on, this could definitely be the collection for you. Next on this is the Black Myth Wukong Collector's Edition. Now, I have looked across most of the major retailing websites online and haven't really seen this in stock in many places, but I do know that the price tag attached to this is a whopping $399.99. This edition basically comes with all of the digital and physical content that the other versions offer. However, the real draw here is the massive 40-inch statue of Sun Wukong. This thing is amazing, and it is the kind of thing that if you are big into this game and story, you will truly cherish having as part of your collection. Like the deluxe edition, you do not actually get the physical copy of the game. It is basically a download code. So included in this edition, if we run through every single thing, you get the Bronzecloud staff, the folk opera mask, the folk opera arms-giving armor, the folk opera leather bracer, not forgetting the folk opera buskin, the wind chimes, and the selected digital soundtrack. In terms of the physical goodies that is included with this edition is the steelbook case, where it comes with the Steam Digital Deluxe Edition activation code. You also get the Confront Destiny's 40cm figurine, the wind chime necklace, the gold sun crow pin, the thunderstone ring, the warranty certificate, stamps and postcards, and finally the Teaching of the Heart Sutra. Keeping it real with you, while I do love the look of the statue, to be honest, $200+ extra outside of the deluxe edition does seem a little bit steep in my humble opinion. I would have probably appreciated maybe a nice real physical art book included in there and maybe a lower price, and I personally would have definitely been tempted, but personally I do think if it is valued at $399, I would personally find it hard to justify. It's also worth noting that I'm not sure if this edition is available for PlayStation 5 because it does appear to only be for the Steam or the PC version of the game, and that also goes with the deluxe edition as well. We move into the $1,000,000 question, what edition of Black Myth Wukong should I buy? Well, if you're not familiar with the classic story Black Myth Wukong is based on and just think that the game looks cool, while the Black Myth Wukong standard edition is probably the way to go, I still feel like I would recommend going for the digital deluxe edition simply because for £10 more, you do get a lot of in-game bonuses that potentially will make the experience a little bit more enjoyable. So I probably would recommend going for that edition, even over the standard edition. But the standard edition still serves its purpose. But as I said, for £10 more, you are getting quite a few bonuses in the game. For those of you who are all in on this game, you may want to consider getting either the Black Myth Wukong Deluxe or the Black Myth Wukong Collector's Edition, as they come with some really epic physical collectibles. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I personally would probably go for the Black Myth Wukong Deluxe Edition because I probably wouldn't be willing to pay over $200 extra just to gain the statue. But at the same time, as I mentioned earlier as well, I'm sure there are a lot of fans of the story and potentially see a lot of value in getting the statue. But I don't know as to whether I would value it over $200 extra. While it does suck that you do not get a physical copy of the game with either of the physical editions, at least you can get the steelbook case that you can display with the rest of your other games. What edition am I personally going to go for? Well, first things first, this is a game that has been on my radar and looks super awesome, and based on the reviews that have come through, I will be grabbing this game on day one. And with that being said, I probably would just go for the digital deluxe edition because, as I mentioned, I do feel like it probably has the best value for money across all of the other editions that I've looked at, so certainly will be grabbing that this coming week. Anyway peeps, so you have a quick run through of the available editions for Black Myth Wukong, which will be released come the 20th of August on the PlayStation 5 and PC. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below as to what edition stands out to you the most and as to whether this will be a day one pickup for you. As always, if you did enjoy this very quick urban gameplay video, be sure to hit the like button, do hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so before, and until next video, we definitely say peace out, peeps.